plays games with Steve.
Interesting.
June area. Sorry for keeping you out so late, Mio. I can't take my mind off the curse bearer who was never found.
Oh, it's no problem for me. I usually work at night anyway. Did you see Yako home safely?
Yep. We sent her home in a patrol car earlier. Apparently she put up quite a fuss, saying she wanted to see things through to the end.
Thank you. The Feast of Shadows was starting to take effect, so it would have been dangerous.
I can't get my mind off of the remaining curse stone, the Whispering Canal, and who the mastermind is. But we have to deal with that thing before I could worry about any of that. How's it going with the two talismans? Have you figured out the location of the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll?
Okay. I have, more or less. When I combined the contents of the two talismans, they formed a seal which could be undone. The things inside the talismans that looked like scraps of wood were actually a tiny scroll kept folded up by the seal.
Who would have thought the talismans actually contained the scroll itself? So that's the Yin Scroll then. What's it say?
Well, there's one more seal we have to undo to open the scroll. It's giving me some trouble, so I was actually hoping you could help me out.
Okay, unlocking the seal. Got it. Sure thing. I don't know what I'll be able to do, but let me at it.
Wow, I didn't expect you to be so eager to help. It's oddly reassuring. Okay, let's see. There are 5 seals holding the scroll shut. I think we have to remove them in the correct order. Each seal has a different design: a carp, a light, a beech leaf, a taiko drum, and a reed.
Remove the 5 seals in the right order. Okay. If we get it wrong, is it going to, go boom?
Huh? No, we'll just have to try again. I tested it once already.
Oh, you already tried it yourself? So brave.
I think it's devised so the seal can only be undone if the curses for the Rite have already been unleashed. And I think there's a hint to opening it hidden in something related to the curses. Just let me know when you're ready. Let's try it. Interesting. Okay, I definitely don't know the answer. Well, let's just... whatever.
It does blow up.
I don't think that was right.
Nope, no good.
Okay, let's ask her first. It won't explode or anything, so we might as well give it a try.
I see, okay.
Interesting.
Think? Guess it makes sense for such an important document to be sealed so tight. Might help to talk things over with Mio if I get stuck.
I think it's devised so the seal can only be undone. I think there's a hint opening it hidden in something related to the curses. Hidden in something related to the curses. What were the 5?
Carp, reed,
Feast of Shadows. The League of Shadows. No survivors. No survivors! Well, no survivors!
Okay, they keep talking about this Nakagoshi guy. It's very interesting. Let's see if she'll give us another... Oh.
8 p.m. with no one around. This place is silent as the grave. No one wants to go out at night in these parts after everything that's happened over the past 2 days.
Will you give us a clue?
Consult again.
Do you recognize any of the things on these seals? They look sort of familiar. Maybe there'd be something in our files.
I see. Okay.
And let's see. They are the carp, light, beech leaf, taiko drum, reed seal. Okay. Let's look at what they actually look like. They had pictures of them. Okay, the carp.
I think
Wait.
it's something a little different. Oh, yeah. Whispering Canal is a fish.
Okay, the carp. I mean, they were obviously. Look, there's the beach. What were the other three?
Reed. You said Reed, right?
Let's just go back to the carp, light,
Right.
beach leaf, tychodrum, reed. Okay. Carp, light, beach seed, or beach, tychodrum, reed. It's not like, I don't know, rainbow order. No, that doesn't make sense.
Scroll up a little bit, or I don't know if there's
So-
anything beyond, below these pictures.
Below them?
Yeah, because I'm just curious what the info says about these. These curses. Is it like the order that we discovered them?
I don't think we're expected to remember that.
I think.
Do you recognize any of the things on these seals? Okay, so let's look at them. What's on these seals? I think this is going to be some tricky dicky shit. So there's like ribbons, different colored ribbons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's different shapes. Yeah, it's the objects themselves. And she mentions our files. Okay.
Huh.
We only got like 4 of these. Okay. Is there... I have no idea.
Same.
Let's try putting it on the wrong one and see if they'll give us another clue. Okay. Obviously, this, then this. Duh. Wow, crazy.
Try consulting again, see if we just get them.
The seals look like some of the Curse Stone's designs.
Yeah.
That must mean there's some order to the 7 mysteries of Hondra that correspond to them. What seals are they talking about?
The seals they're talking about is just the name of them. So like carp. Carp looks like the
There's some order to the 7 mysteries of Honjo that correspond
go
to
to the
them.
files again. Just go to.
What am I looking? Oh, okay, 7 mysteries of Honjo.
Would it be like? Because would it be this number order? That feels too odd.
Maybe.
Or this order.
Just like what's the most famous to least famous?
Like I was saying though, just like this listed order here.
Yeah, that I think that
Yeah.
I think it's listed by most famous because the most famous is the Whispering Canal.
So it would be
What are the objects? Canal, or it's light, beach, carp.
mm-hmm.
What are they?
Reed.
And light, drum, beach, reed, carp. And the carp is which one?
The Whispering Canal.
Okay. So if we did it by, let's say, most to least. Okay. So it'd be carp, light, beach, reed, or... Oh my god, okay. Kite, or... Jesus. Carp Light Beach Tycho Reed. Carp Light Beach Tycho Reed. Carp Light Beach Tycho Reed. Let's try that. Doesn't seem right, but... Oh no, it's literally already done. It's already that order.
We did that. I'd say keep talking to her.
The seals look like some of the curse stone designs.
Maybe we gotta like...
There's some order.
Mysteries of Honjo that correspond to them.
7 mysteries of Honjo that correspond to them. I don't know what she's talking about. And the pictures themselves? That one has like a red, like, triangle on the document part, but I don't think that's it. I'm just doing another wrong one. Okay, obviously it's backwards order.
Clearly.
Mia, we're dum-dums. Okay, events that took place around them. Is it like the order? Like chronological order? Oh my god, when did these take place? Okay. No, they don't mention anything about that.
Maybe the order that we uncovered them in the game? Because Whispering Canal is the
How are we supposed to remember that?
I don't know.
Okay, what did she just say? Events that took place around them. Okay, there must be some file we have. Well, there was the... What's it called? The incident, right? The...
Yeah.
We have a bunch of question marks, too, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Where's the fucking Honjo incident, or whatever the fuck it was called?
Is that under curses?
A Honjo incident, okay. The chain of events that occurred around became the basis for the 7 mysteries of Honjo.
Feast of Shadows. No. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Maybe try hitting the think button.
No, he just was saying just like...
He's like, no. Let's see. Maybe she's like, I guess we could just fail again.
I'll look up the resentful memories for the mysteries that correspond to the 5 seals. These are fragments of the dying moments of those who became the curse echoes. Doesn't feel like there's a connection. Alright, let's look at the memories in detail. Whispering Canal. Toki loved fishing with her father, Jinkichi, more than anything. The Miso Soup her mother, Koma, made. So this is the one where she just, like, went into the... Okay.
Yeah.
You just, like, drowned. The light. Jinkichi. Wait. Jinkichi? Okay. This is...
Oh! It's a
Toki
family
loved
thing.
fishing with her father, Jinkichi, more than anything. Okay. One day, her father disappeared. Toki's mother went to look for him and never came back either. Father, where did you go? So the parents disappeared. So this is probably the last one. Okay, the light. A vague silhouette, a man hunched over near death with regret carved on his face. Memories of the young couple and their daughter, but he has lost everything. He repaid the kindness shown to him with evil. So this guy killed them, I guess? His mind turns to the Onmyoji. It was all her doing. My guess is this is the last one. The beach.
Alright, so right now it's like Canal and Light are the order?
Yeah, because this man, Jinkichi, he's still alive. Let's see. He deceived with this so-called Rite of Resurrection. The man who tricked the people with his false dark art swings from a rope. They thought the man had escaped the previous night. He was found hanging in the garden. Okay, so this is... Jinkichi was killed by them because they were like, you try to trick us with the Rite of Resurrection. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state. Okay, so he got killed by them. Taiko. The deep drums of... the sound of drums. Okay. One morning a body was found. Isn't that old man Konzo the ukiyo-e painter? He lived nearby. Okay. Oh my god. His granddaughter would visit. One day, his granddaughter told him about her dreams. And what is it, the reed?
Yeah.
Okoma was a lovely woman. She was spirited, worked hard, and lived a frugal yet pleasant life. Until her husband hanged himself. Okay, Okoma was determined to clear her husband's name. Okay, she discovered her husband had been deceived. Okay, so... This is the one where, Jinkichi was hanged. And then she got mad. So it'd be Beach, then Reed. Taiko? Isn't that old man Yukio or Kanso the ukiyo-e painter? The deep sound of drums. This one I cannot think about how this connects. Because that's one of them, right? The drum?
Can you check the...
Oh, man. Guys, it is late. All right.
Yeah.
The drum, the carp, the reed, the light, and the leaf. Okay. Fucking press the shit, please. Okay. So this one is... Father died. Walked into the moat. Okay. So she like drowned. And we're identifying the or is it the lantern? No, I don't think this one connects. And what is this? Okay, yeah.
Wait.
What's
yeah,
up?
the Honjo's. Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, this is definitely after. Okay, maybe I need to get paper or something.
This game's kind of like, oh, you didn't study, did you?
All right. So Taiko is this one I'm confused about. The beach is man is hanged. Okay. The reed
woman's husband hanged himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does she die in this one? Okay. She sought information. She discovered she was right. Okuma went to the daimyo. Okay, and then he confronted her, and so he killed her. Okay, so the daimyo killed her for confronting. Okay. So the daimyo... Could it be coming from the daimyo's residence? I feel like this is the last one. Maybe?
Possibly, yeah.
This is about the... Okay, Taiko.
Old man.
Old painter. One day his granddaughter told him about her dreams. I feel like this is the last one. Like, oh, all the crazy shit happened. Okay, the canal is the daughter drowns. And what's the fifth one? The light?
Yes.
Okay. A vague silhouette is framed by silvery moonlight. It is a man hunched over near death. Visions of the past. Okay, he has lost everything. His mind turns to the Onmyoji woman. I should have left the... Okay, so this is the guy regretting killing the woman and remembering all of them. So it's... I think... Okay, because yeah, he talks about the daughter dying too. Yeah. So it's got to be beach, reed, canal, light, and then Taiko. Who dies in the Taiko one? Nothing. It's just... Okay. I think this is the
Let's
order.
go for it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Dave's worst nightmare, having to read. Okay. Remove the seals. Beach. Reed. Carp. Taiko. No. Light. Then Taiko.
Damn it.
If it's not that, then it's beach, reed, carp, maybe Taiko, and then light. Maybe the old man dying is the last one. Okay, I don't fucking know.
See what she says now.
Oh my god, Mio. I'm starting to notice something. The order in which the people became curse echoes died. Yes. Right. Would that make the old man for the Taiko first? Why is he first? Oh my god. Okay. There once was a daimyo. Okay. Isn't that old man Kanzo, the ukiyo-e painter? He lived nearby. One day his granddaughter told him about her dreams, curses, soul's resurrection. Okay, his works became famous. Okay, so they're saying Taiko is first.
Mm-hmm.
Then, but I thought Reed was... Or no, or Light? Because one of them is Light, right? The Light seal.
Yeah.
Okay. Beckoning light. Okay. A vague silhouette is framed by silvery moonlight near the bridge. It is a man hunched over near death. Well, this has to be the last one, because he's remembering the dead couple and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then it's got to be Taiko, beach, reed, canal, then light.
Here's hoping.
Because canal is definitely carp, right?
Yes.
Okay, why is this Taiko... Okay, what is the guy... He deceived us with this so-called... Oh, okay, the ukiyo-e boom. They mentioned that. Whatever, this has to be it. Tycho. Then the guy dies. Then the wife dies. Then the kid dies. And then the last guy dies out of regret. Okay,
There
Jesus
we go.
Christ.
Good job.
Wow, you got it right. It's open. At long last, after 7 attempts, you finally figured it out.
I realized that since there are only 120 possible combinations, I was bound to get it eventually.
Now we can finally read what's written inside. Let's see.
I don't want to read anymore.
Yeah, this is how we look.
I see.
What does it say?
First is a detailed account of the tragedy surrounding the Rite of Resurrection that occurred in Honjo back in the Edo period. The whole story, what we call the Honjo incident, is laid out clearly.
That incident was the origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo and their curses, right?
Yes, the resentment of the victims of the incident turned into curses, which are the curse echoes. The contents are organized like an answer sheet, so it doesn't just give us the information we need.
Is there anything else?
Yes, here's what we've been looking for. I bequeath this scroll to future generations to be used in the event that calamity should arise from this grievous incident, it says.
Whoa, he foresaw all this happen?
And it continues. Those who seek to forestall disaster must gather these 3 items in one place to cast my rite of cleansing and expel all rituals and curses in full. My soul, that is, my curse echo. My body, that is, a living continuation of my bloodline. My mind, that is, my own consciousness. Wow, so if we gather these 3 things in one place, Simon's rite of cleansing will activate and completely negate the curses in the rite of resurrection.
Ooh, that's it. That's exactly what we need.
The 3 things are Simon's soul, body, and mind. It says the soul is Simon's curse echo.
His curse echo. So Samon himself is a part of the 7 mysteries?
Now that you mention it, Mr. Araishi had said something along those lines before. There's another hint written here. My curse echo holds my curse. My curse brings ruin to curse bearers.
What kind of hint is that? It'll make more sense as we keep looking.
But will the curse echo still appear if the curse bearer is already gone? Next, the body is a descendant of Simon's, it seems. Wasn't Yoshimi a relative of Simon?
Wasn't Yoshimi a relative of Simon?
Sorry!
He and Michio Shiraishi, who had the other talisman.
Both of them had already passed by the time this iteration of the curses was unleashed.
Damn, that's true. What are we gonna do?
His bloodline was so split up, there have to be others. Oh, there's another note here too.
Where? Is it another hint?
As for the body, seek not only one who bears my blood, but one with strong spirit sense. Oh, like me. Such an individual will be able, if a spirit attempts to possess them, to instead take control of that spirit themselves. So it says.
Do we know of anyone like that?
I can't think of anyone. Let's move on for now. Next is the mind.
What's the difference between the mind and the soul?
In paranormal theory, it said that humans are made up of soul, body, and mind. The mind is essentially thought to be the part of the spirit that makes up one's consciousness, or one's self. It's like driving. The body is the car, the soul is the control system, and the mind is the driver.
I see. I think that makes sense. So, is there a hint for finding this one too?
Well, let's see. There's this. Should the rite of resurrection be activated elsewhere, so too shall my mind be awakened there. Samon tried to seal away the rite of resurrection, but before he could, Ashino stole the record of fates. So as a countermeasure to the rite being activated, he made it so that his mind would be released for the seal.
Okay, but what does that actually mean?
What it means is, Samon's mind awoke the night the rite was activated and must be possessing someone out there right now.
What?
So we have to get that person together with everything else.
Alright, so we have to find the curse echo, the descendant, and the person possessed by Samon. Then we just get them together in one place and we'll be good to go.
Oh, right, but there is one thing. The second and third ones could both be the same person.
Oh, but who could that be?
If it's like how Michio lost her memories when she was possessing Yako, Samon's consciousness might not be aware of who it really is. So if he learned the truth, would he start to act as on a card?
Oh, then that person could already be...
Oh, hold on a second. Someone's coming this way.
Huh?
Go for it.
Excuse me, could I interrupt for just a moment?
Who the fuck are you?
Would you buy this empty can of juice I just finished drinking for 10,000 yen? Huh? I even throw in these bones for some fried chicken. You can't beat a deal like this.
I don't really want them.
Don't say that. Come on. They're delicious. Actually, I thought I might just have a picnic right here. Won't you join me?
Sorry, I don't understand. What should we do?
Kill it. Well, it's not like we need this exact spot, and we can't do anything with other people around. Let's just move somewhere else.
Sorry, we're in the middle of something, so we'll just be on our way. Uh-oh.
Don't turn your back on the girl.
What? This is a curse.
Yes, it goes from me. I was the character from 70 hours
I
ago.
don't remember your fucking name.
Okay.
It's not even the real ending because the credits are moving fast.
Oh, this would be the shittiest ending in the world. How shrimp-interesting. I wonder if the old man will show up now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, he hasn't been around in a while.
So we cut to him. He's like asleep in his chair. Like someone pokes him. Oh!
Oh! Hello!
Welcome to Paranormasight Island.
I'm very curious where this is going.
Me too.
Yeah. Yes. Oh! You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. This brings the story of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to a close. And who could have foreseen such a conclusion? Unfortunately, it seems the so-called mastermind was one step ahead of you. She remains hidden, leaving behind no evidence. Perhaps there is truly no way to stop her. However, should you find that this conclusion is not to your liking, by all means, please pursue a different path. You have done it once before, so I'm sure you already know how. With that, I shall be taking my leave. I have been your humble storyteller. Good night. Interesting.
So do we go back to the beginning? Should we scroll down? Did we get everything? Because this is...
Yeah, okay.
So do we just go back to the beginning of the game and kill her? Well, that's part 1.
I don't even remember what happened here.
Start from recollection with Yoko.
Sure.
No, I think by recollection this means like, you guys met, maybe?
What? I'm so lost.
Yeah, this is like recollecting this is like when you first met. Yeah, I don't think we need to do this.
What?
No, I mean like, don't we?
No, we what?
Because it's like, oh, if you go back, what do you mean? Like we have to like, don't we go back to the very beginning and kill her?
How do we do that?
No, it's been forever, but
I don't remember.
nothing's highlighted.
Yeah, nothing is highlighted. Who the fuck is this guy and this girl? Oh my god, if she's a mastermind, oh my god, who cares? Let's see. What is this?
He's investigating 7 mysteries.
His corpse is discovered in the park. That's where she kills him. Didn't we already, like... Okay, she dies here.
I think this is one oh, but I don't... Maybe that was someone else that did that to her.
Yeah, we, like, saved her in this route.
Yeah. game?
Don't know. And there's no way to get like another hint or anything. Hold on, let me try. Okay, I'm just gonna save.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna try like returning the title or something.
Sure.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah. Or should I not?
I don't want you to spoil anything, but... Okay. Because that was after this whole thing, right?
Yes, that was the last thing we did, because that was the last thing that broke.
And then there was that whole thing with Mio and what's-his-face. It does feel like we gotta do something back here, but I don't remember what the fucking choices are. It's been so long, and these characters mean nothing to me. Like, I don't remember them at all. I'm just gonna go here. I don't know. Sure.
Yeah, let's try it.
Oh.
I
Wait.
think this music always played, but let's see. Further news. Yeah, this is Paranormasight. Opening titles. Here it is.
Yeah.
They're gonna play the game.
I'm gonna look it up. So what am I doing here?
Let's see. Start from talking to Takumi. Pan the screen to the right of Takumi, but do not turn around to look at Yoko or you will be killed. Start with that. Well,
Alright, I'm gonna just look it up.
I mean, I'm not. I could read the whole thing here, but I'm saying like start from there and then.
Okay. Oh boy. Hello. Oh.
Yes.
How am I supposed to fucking remember that?
Right.
That's fucking crazy.
Right. Huh? Hell is that? Looks like a light floating in midair? Huh? Alright, now I think you go back to him, because you don't turn your back on him. You talk without keep him talking. My best would be... Let's see.
Okay, I'm looking at the... You can put the guide away. I'm looking at a guide. Alright. I want to know who you are. We've already read this part, right?
Yes.
I'm an associate of Suigan Gamyodo. Wow. That's crazy, dude.
Okay.
Okay. And then look at
Yes.
it. Okay, hello.
Whoa, it's coming closer. Is this another one of those 7 mysteries? Looks like a will-o-wisp, maybe? Is there anything like that in the 7 mysteries? Huh? Am I supposed to touch it?
Okay. When the body, soul, and mind of Seimon Tsuchimikado have all been brought together, the rite of cleansing is activated, dispelling all rituals and curses that have previously been formed. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
My. Finally, you've arrived at this juncture. I expected no less from you. You didn't have to look it up in a guide or anything, right? That would mean that you've managed to bring everything to light. Though there is the possibility that you have wound up here by chance. Could we have done this at any time?
Yes.
What, really? You know that for a fact?
I read that, yeah.
So before I take you any further, I must ask you a number of questions. About what exactly the soul, body, and mind of Seimon Tsuchimikado are. Firstly, which curse echo represents the soul of Seimon Tsuchimikado? Dude, I don't fucking remember. Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
Okay, okay.
Okay. He's the guy... Was he the guy who was hanged? He was like, yeah, he deceived us. I think it's the beach. I'm just gonna go with the beach. No? Okay. My God. Okay. Whose is this? Well, that's the daughter. This is the lady.
Because Samon's whole thing was he tried to like prevent this stuff from ever getting out of.
Like, okay, hold on. There's this whole thing. All right. There once was a family. A Netsuke craftsman named Jinkichi, his wife Koma, and their daughter Toki. One day, they took in the man by the name who claimed to be Shimoji. Okay, he was on the run, having barely escaped with his life. The stranger was deeply grateful. Is there anyone you want to bring back to life? It turned out that the man's true name was Tsuchimikado Seimon. Oh, okay, he's the sad man. Because, like, okay, let's just go through this. So, this family, he basically introduces to them this rite. And Jinkichi says no. Old man Konzo, okay. Young Toki heard Seimon's talk about the rite of resurrection and told it to old man Konzo as a story of fiction. Okay, then that became, he drew art, it became a hit. And so Jinkichi jumped on the bandwagon and started, okay, he's carved Netsuke. Okay. But then the daimyo, word of old man Konzo's wonderful ukiyo-e reached the ears of the daimyo, and he was summoned there. But he was tortured at the hands of Ashino, a female onmyoji who was in pursuit of Seimon. It was her who pressured Seimon into researching the rite of resurrection, which he wanted to use for beauty. Ashino took advantage of the fact that the daimyo's heart was weak and frail, and manipulated him into capturing old man Konzo. Tell me where you heard of the rite. Okay, they beat him up. In the end, Ashino's cruel torture secured the information of the family. The daimyo sent his chief retainer to bring in Jinkichi, and the torture resumed afresh. Okay. Jinkichi was unintentionally killed. Okay, and then his suicide was faked. Okay, this was all part of Ashino's plan. A dancer claimed to have witnessed the crime. The girl was to say she wanted attention. She was given a mask. It was covered in glue, and it killed her. Okay. Koma never believed for a moment her husband would commit suicide. She was certain someone was behind his death and asked around. Okay, Tomezo, a Ronin, went after her. It was you killed her. Tomezo killed her. Okay. Toki, she wandered off alone and drowned. Okay. And then, all those connected to events were cursed by Ashino. Seimon returned to find he was too late to... Okay, he found out about it. And then there was a whole battle of spells. At the end of the long battle, Ashino defeated Seimon and obtained the Record of Fates, but he placed a curse upon her foot. Ashino dragged her foot, corrupted and horribly inflamed, and sought refuge at the nearby residence of her retainer, and okay, they washed her foot, she died. Then Seimon also died, filled with regret. However, he came back to life. Knowing that there would be enough soul drugs in place, he prepared a spell that would activate the Rite of Resurrection upon his passing. Okay, however, he did not know what had become of the Record of Fates. He used the remaining soul drugs to turn 9 of the Netsuke made by Jinkichi into ritual implements to be sealed away in Honjo. The townspeople... Okay, sure. So that's the one where he's like, I'm sad that it happened. Was it the light? Beckoning light. It's a man hunched over, memories of a young couple. It was... Yeah, it's the beckoning light.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also that. Yeah, and that's the light, too, that you saw in the park.
Exactly it, after his defeat. At the hands of Ishino in the Honjo incident, Seimon wandered about near Honji. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. This is the curse echo which was acquired by Mayo Tozawa. When called forth by Seimon's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Let us continue. Who served as the self of Seimon Tsuchimikado? Who was... Jesus, can I read the fucking thing? Who was his body, his descendant, who carried his blood in their veins? Who served as the self of Seimon Tsuchimi Kado?
What's that referring to?
Wasn't that Hajime? Didn't we confirm that? I'm pretty sure it was Hajime. There were like 2 of them, I thought. I thought it was Hajime and the other girl. Because they got the talismans and shit.
Oh, Michio?
Yeah. No? Are you toying with me, perhaps? Answer me once more. Who served as the self of Tsuchimi Kado? Who was his body? His descendant? Michio, then?
Is it not mention all that stuff you were reading there? Like, didn't you... Yeah.
What, in this?
Yeah, like everything we're reading here. Didn't he go by a different name in this at a certain point?
Seimon?
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about that in here.
Huh.
Oh my god, is it gonna be something stupid like it's the fucking Shogo guy or something? I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Because I'm like, okay, the game is basically like implying that, all right, the people are now brought together. So Shogo is supposed to be... Why did I thought Hajime... I guess I'll put his name, maybe. I'm so lost.
Correct again.
Although Shogo Okie was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. In truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. She was also one who had the blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Ashino. Seimon and Ashino fated to meet again all these hundreds of years later. Now for my final question. Who is the mind of Seimon Tsuchimi Kado? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to his. My name. Oh, I see. You believe it to be SungWon. Are you saying you believe it to be yourself? Are you certain? Yeah.
Good guess. I mean,
Yes, you are correct. Finally, you have remembered. That's right, you are... Seimon's consciousness, awoken by the curses and the rite of resurrection. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the events of this story. As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of the story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel, and manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. In doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what needed to be done. But at one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened the Rite and the curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, descendant of Ashino herself. You unconsciously activated your curse and killed her. How interesting that she awakened Seimon's consciousness at the same time as the curses. That was the one and only time she could have been stopped. But due to your influence on Shogo Okie's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life. But using the story chart to undo her death, I led you to believe that it was the work of the Rite of Resurrection itself. But as it turns out, seeing what would transpire if the mastermind was not killed at the outset is what ultimately revealed the way to put an end to the curses for good. Okay. There are certain things which would have answered all your questions had you noticed them. For example, even while under your control, Shogo Okie willingly used his curse. When I asked you early on how many Shogo Okie had killed, this is what I meant. Had you not used the curse, Shogo Okie would have done so of his own accord. Furthermore, Mayo Chozawa was able to recall information which only you knew. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through her curse echo, the beckoning light. Now, allow me to ask you one last question. If you, knowing all that you now know, had the ability to resurrect one life, what would you do? I'd use it even. I wouldn't sacrifice myself. I wouldn't sacrifice someone. I'd use it if it came at no cost. I'm not changing my answer. Oh, I see, I see. It is understandable that your... I guess I did have it before. It is understandable that your answer would change after seeing all that you have seen. I am pleased that this was not all for naught. Now it is time to bring things to a close. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruit of your efforts, and then we shall leave this world behind for good. Thank you truly for all the work you have done. Okay.
Yeah, I'm me? Oh, that's what happened? I can't believe it. I finally understand. He lied. Yeah, I was the one who did that to Yoko. The blood of the Onmyonji that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the rite of resurrection. She was the one who awakened the curses of the 7 mysteries and cast the Feast of Shadows. And the only way to stop all of it is to put a stop to her, here. Otherwise, the rite of cleansing might have been negated, too. Wonder how much of it was really her doing all those things. Yoko. Guess that explains why I felt like it was fate when this all started. Oh, she didn't seem to notice. Guess things were always destined to end like this, from the moment we met. Wish we could have met under different circumstances. No point in thinking like that now. God, I need a drink.
Same.
I'm thinking a Moscow Mule, or 2, or 3.
Remember their funny little bit with the drinking analogies?
Yeah, remember we were talking about that?
Okay, let's see characters we care about. Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, hey, you want to talk for a couple hours?
Man, what is it?
Just a dream. Seems that it was all just a dream. Or was it? I dreamt that there was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. Just a dream.
I'm sorry to say it, but there isn't.
Right. Of course not.
But even if there is no such thing, I promise you that I will get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I've happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago. Something that's invaded our reach until now. An eyewitness from the scene of the kidnapping.
I see. It was the bald guy. What?
Whoa, what the hell is this? The medical unit told me to get down here. What happened?
Hachi Machi.
Hachi Machi, boss.
I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuda Gardens. Another body was discovered at a different park in the area. Could they be related?
It sure looks like it, but...
Go for it.
Excuse me, we found this among the victim's belongings. Thought you want to know. What's this? What? What the hell? Boss, look what was in the female victim's address book. Address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo.
What?
And the picture. There's an X drawn on it, and a bunch of weird symbols, and a hole where his heart would be. And a mustache drawn on his face.
No. That's so rude.
You think, could this be some kind of course or something?
How many times do I have to tell you not to try to connect everything to the occult? Damn it. Is this a Nakagoshi case after all?
What was that, boss?
Don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. There's no doubt this is related to Yoshimi. Make sure you do a thorough sweep of the area. I'm gonna make a phone call.
Got it. Leave it to me. Spend as long as you want on the phone. Mio, it turns out Michio really did die in an accident.
Yeah, if we ask around, we might be able to get a little more information.
I guess there never really was such a thing as the Rite of Resurrection. But I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us. Okay. Anyway,
Whatever.
Anyway, you want to get
Oh, our favorite guy!
Damn it, why? Nothing's happening. My research. But now my contract won't be... No. Should never have believed in these blasted record of fates. Well, since they're not doing the spirit board anymore, it's like, so anyway, you want to get really high? Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds good. To all of you watching from far, far away, the Rite of Resurrection has never existed. Not in any world, not in any time.
It doesn't exist.
So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward, one step at a time.
Oh.
There's the fucker right there. Richter, EY's out. Do you want to question him?
Hang on, Ario. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Let him go for now, and I'll follow him.
That's the kidnapper?
Yes, I'm the one who did it. So please, help me!
I'm really bad at driving.
She's always following me!
I'm sorry, Michio. I had no idea. What? Hajime was killed? By this Yoko Fukunaga? How could that be? He wasn't the kind of guy who could just get picked off like that. You know that! Yeah, and boss is hiding something.
There seems to some kind of secret hidden in Hajime's family tree. Let me see if I can find out what it is.
Alright, I'm over it.
Remember me? I had heard you would be absent today. Is there something you need?
Well, I seem to have the spirit sense thing all of a sudden. I know it's sort of the thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I'd mention it. You did the right thing by telling me.
You could have called. Didn't think you were the standoffish type. I had to find out from EY.
Whoops, sorry. I forgot all about my favorite chief inspector.
The hell are you planning?
Nothing so heinous as you're thinking. I'm only Makoto Ashimiya after all. Nothing but a lowly janitor. How are things with you? You getting along with your daughter?
So just a killer goes on the loose? Well, you know, more or less.
Oh, there's no Rite of Resurrection now, so...
I guess, but he still killed all those people.
He got on parole, that's the thing.
I know,
Yeah.
but he still has the intent to murder when given the opportunity.
Fucking weird. Okay.
There's that dirty, disgusting river.
Okay. Very interesting. Well,
Yes.
let's have our conversation. What did you think of this game?
You know, I'm glad we stuck with it,
Yeah.
but there were times this game was very trying.
Yeah.
I think there was some dialogue that could have been condensed a bit.
Oh, absolutely.
I think there was a lot of padding. I think The only reason why I wasn't that perplexed by the constantly having to choose a subject to talk again,
Yeah.
because I've seen that in older adventure games.
Sure.
But I think of that as a kind of archaic game design. Not to be like, because we're going to be comparing a lot to like Ace Attorney and Zero Escape here.
Yeah.
But I think like when you just change the subjects, when you change it up, it makes it feel like we're progressing instead of just like going in circles.
Right.
I think this it turned out to be really interesting, but there wasn't so much meta stuff, which was disappointing.
I was very disappointed because I loved that volume turning off. I thought that's saving like the game to remember her was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I wish there was more of that, like especially because you're like this. I'm Saemon's spirit and I have all these powers, but it just felt like, man, I feel like my goodwill towards this game would be like 50% higher if there had just been more of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, just like, hey, like, now use the, I don't know, it would have been cool, like, use the photo button, right? Or, like, there are things you could have done. And I thought there was going to be stuff in the menu.
It reminds me of, like, a time when video games were fun.
But instead, it's a lot of reading, both in dialogue and in, like, all right, read these long
I think
files.
The biggest thing, and, people will probably give us shit for this, is like, well, you didn't read all that stuff that you got information on. I'm like, yeah, that's reading. It's like,
it's a
lot. To be fair, yeah, I guess if we read through that stuff, we would have retained some stuff.
I don't know.
But I think I'm like, we don't want to do that, and you don't want to watch us do that.
Yeah.
I
didn't mind using the files to figure out answers for stuff.
No,
research. That's fine. But yeah, it's like, all right. I think my problem with this is that it really made you go, don't you care about Saemon and Ashino's like story? Isn't that? And I'm like, no, I care.
I still don't. Who was Ashino?
Ashino was this like shallow onmyoji lady who like basically was like, you should do the rite of resurrection. I want to turn beautiful or something.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
She's like his nemesis. And there's just so much about, whoa, don't you care about the backstory? And I'm like, no, I don't care.
I care about the now.
Actually, I care more about, I think all the stuff with like the detectives and like the killer and like, and even like the stuff with Yako and Michio and how they're all connected. It's all pretty interesting. Like I'm not gonna say it's like 1,000,000% like, oh, I was complete, but I thought it was pretty. Yeah. And I liked the characters. Maybe not Richter so much and Harue, but I liked the Mio Yako like schoolgirl team. I liked our goofy detectives. Like
I was expecting more instances of her kind of.
So it's just
like being tempted to use her stone.
Yeah.
And really, it only kind of culminates to like one moment.
And it's just such a bummer that.
And otherwise, she kind of is really taking a back seat to like every other character.
Yeah.
I don't think she's Harue is not a terrible character, but she just is really kind of underplayed.
Not a lot going on. I feel like there could have been a lot more interesting stuff with her. He just kind of talks a lot. I liked Susumi and Area, but I think part of it was just
I remember there was one section where they were just going on for too long.
No, that's like everybody.
Mayu, she'll be fine.
Mio, MVP.
Mio is MVP.
Yeah, she was great.
Maybe a part of it is the accent, but I don't know. She wound up being like...
Well, she's cool. She's like,
she's like, oh...
She's like this badass,
I don't know
like,
about
spirit.
This, Yako.
Like,
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, she's actually... She is a badass, and she's like very capable. She is...
We needed more of this guy, honestly.
He's one of my other favorite characters.
I love that guy. This whole stuff kind of just was like
it's supposed to be a red herring.
A red herring, yeah.
Well, thank God, though.
Yeah, that would have been
not
lame.
really interested in that stuff at all.
Yeah.
And the storyteller...
Okay, whatever.
Sure, whatever. I forgot you were a thing.
The biggest bummer was that the climax of the game is like, hey, remember these two random characters that you barely met and have no personality? They're the descendants the whole time.
Well, the one thing I don't like was how there's such little gameplay in this game, and then the last like one of the last things you do in this game is like, okay, now do a little puzzle, and it's like, whoa.
I don't mind that as long as it, but I just don't, because was so long ago, and they never mentioned these people.
You know,
like
for like every time
ever.
It's like, isn't it weird that Akane just starts talking about the Titanic? I'd rather these characters bring it up in the in-game dialogue.
Yeah.
Than it's like, well, you got to research this all the time. I don't know. Maybe people like that kind of thing.
These two were so far removed from everything.
And it's not even
that you just forget about them.
Yeah.
And there were a couple times during the playthrough, I was like, who are these two? Like, why were these two here?
I kind of forgot about Yoko.
Yeah. Like, it's just.
And then, like, she's the one that instigated the whole thing. It's not a rewarding enough twist. It's not like.
It's not rewarding at all. It's just like,
and also.
Yeah.
I kind of resent the fact that we had to look it up. But how else would we have known?
It's also just such a specific part, too.
Yes.
It's like, go to that part, and there's a spirit there.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like,
but the things I did like, I do like the curse stones and kind of thinking like, oh, when can we use them? And
yeah, I feel like that could have been. I feel like that could have been juicier though.
Yeah, I don't think it was quite used enough.
Yeah,
I like the detectives. I like Yako and Mio.
Right.
I think those were always my favorite portions.
Yeah.
Of the game, but there was some stuff it just like I feels like it goes on a little too long.
Yeah.
Mayu, I like that character, but it's kind of just like
she didn't have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's almost like, why are you here? I mean, she wound up having one of the most interesting gameplay aspects.
Yeah, that was pretty
taking
cool.
information from other things, but it was kind of just clunky with the, nail polish.
Yeah.
That was kind of clunky. I think Zero Escape is kind of like still like, especially, and Zero Time Dilemma is, it's a controversial game, but I think the way it implemented that is much better.
Yeah, this was. Well, I don't regret playing it. I'm glad we stuck with it because there's good stuff in here. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be like, man, this game sucked. Like, no. Like, I'd say, except for the ending and some parts that dragged, it's still like pretty interesting. Like I just got more out of like the stuff that was the mysteries and reveals of the present day, not this weird past battle that I don't care about.
I wouldn't think about it much. I was just like, oh, I'm kind of curious how that's good. Like I'm like, oh, like yeah. I'm like, it's like I'm expecting it to come back to those characters.
Yeah.
And wrap up everything in a nice little bow, but it was almost like I it's like, because she was so damn curious about the Rite of Resurrection that like Yoko was the one that started this. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
And Tunpei, that little boy that nobody liked. Well, he was the descendant of Seimon.
Oh, okay.
And that evil-looking Phoenix Wright? He's not so bad.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day...
Well, maybe he is kind of bad. I don't know.
No, he is bad. He, captured, a woman and, locked her up and shit.
And he did actually kill Tunpei, too.
Did he kill Tunpei?
Yeah. Remember, one of the endings is if you turn your back on him. I think he just, that
wasn't Yoko?
No, I think it's misleading. I don't think it was so much a curse. I think he just stabbed you. I don't know.
What?
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think
Who cares?
I think Yoko did it. I don't know. Maybe
she was already dead.
I don't remember.
And he shows up. And he's like,
I don't remember. It was a billion years ago. Anyway,
I'd say I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think honestly, up to that point, it was it probably wasn't an 8. I think it's a 7.
Yeah,
yeah. That's about where
there was some there were certain chapters that were real slogs.
Yes.
The teacher, which I'm guessing it's well, it's important because he's talking about the history.
That problem was it was just clunkily setting up all this shit that you're supposed to care about, and I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I feel like you could have done this if these two characters had been just part of the story. It's just so weird that they have no I feel like it'd be more I guess
no one brings them up at all.
Yeah.
I love the twist when it turns out like, hey, you're actually playing as more characters. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's flawed, but I think like, you know what? At least like this will stick with me. I'll remember this, but I think they're
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on this.
Yeah, and if you stuck with us all the way through, this was a long play. So,
yeah, thank you for watching Paranormasight. If you know, honestly, in the comments, if there are any other visual novel games you think that have a lot of characters you think would be fun for us to act and things that would be fun to experience the story, let us know in the comments. Honestly, I'm always looking for more games like this. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
my final review.
Yeah.
What a drag.
Wow. That's a good one.
I thought Paranormasight was out of sight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to bed.